I want to talk Netflix because I recently was looking through my bill for like all the streaming services and everything, and I get these ads all the time about like pay just one bill for all your streaming services. Right. I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually use something like that. Mm-hmm. But
they make those for like news sites too. Like
yes.
subscribe to this and you'll get access to hundreds of magazines.
Yep.
So this is from TV Line. It says Netflix is raising its price again. Will now be the most expensive streamer, which I suppose makes sense given that they've been at the forefront of this. It says, it will soon cost a bit more to stream shows like The Witcher and Emily in Paris. Netflix is raising the price for all subscriptions in the U.S. and Canada. Effective immediately for new users, standard plan for U.S. subscribers, which permits 2 simultaneous HD streams and is the most popular tier, meaning that people don't need like 5. Yeah. So it says it went from $13.99 to $15.49 per month. That puts it over HBO Max's $15 a month. Yeah, that one's $14.99 and is now the most expensive streaming service. The standard plan for users for Canada has also gone up for another $1.50 with the tier now at $16.49. Netflix previously raised its prices in January 2021, with consumers seeing a $1 to $2 price hike across all subscription plans. We understand people have more entertainment choices than ever, and we're committed to delivering an even better experience for our members, a Netflix rep said in a statement. We're updating our prices so that we can continue to offer a wide variety of quality entertainment options. As always, we offer a range of plans so members can pick a price that works for their budget. I do know that Netflix operates almost entirely at a loss at all times. They're always having to reinvest all their money back into all the projects that they make, right? When you think about just how much stuff comes out from them all the time, it's kind of insane. Do you have any, like, I don't know if you keep up with any of the stuff, which is like, because like Chris has all of them, like every streaming service there is.
I think my pet theory is that this is a gender difference. Yep. I pay for no streaming services, but my older brother pays for, he does't, he like purged a bunch of them. Yeah. So it's like I wasn't even using them.
Yeah.
All I know are girls who use their boyfriend's accounts. I'm sure some of them do it.
I do it.
Yeah, I think this
female
is like,
privilege.
I think this is a man thing. Like, I think having access to these things is deeply gendered. Netflix, please produce a study on what percentage is actually male owned.
Interesting.
Are you asking me what I think of their price hikes?
So, do you think this is inflation related?
I think it could be, but I have been wondering, since they operate at a loss and since they're trying to produce so much, if they are playing a long-term game where they're going to keep, some of it is inflation, but some of it is they're just going to keep raising the price until people are like, whoa, that's way too much, and they'll be like, oh no, that's it.
They've done that a few times, and then they bumped it back down, and so then they do it. But the problem is
I think they're just trying. I mean, my pet theory would be that they are trying to see how much they can get, because right now I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I know so many people who, when Netflix started to get big enough, they canceled their cable subscriptions because they were like, I don't watch all these channels. That's
what I was going to bring up. We're talking about. We're at a point now where if you pay for all of these, you're just paying for your cable package, but you just get to choose what you watch.
Yeah. And you are never likely to watch all. I mean, I wonder at what price point or how many hours or how many users you'd have to have on one Netflix account to, make it worth it, versus like something like Amazon Prime where you pay for a show where some stuff comes free and some stuff you pay for. That
I only watch Prime stuff that's available on Prime on Amazon Prime.
That's what I would do. But there are people who, they weigh it, right?
Yeah.
I won't pay a certain amount if I'm renting something on Prime, but if I'm with a bunch of people and it's a movie we're talking about and I can get it at the cheapest price point, I might pay for it.
I pay $75 a month now.
Wow.
But that includes YouTube. I despise ads. With all
you do not pay for YouTube TV.
Premium, not TV.
Okay, I was about to.
Yeah, YouTube Premium is its own sort of thing. I think there are people who would pay for YouTube who wouldn't pay for any streaming services.
Yep.
Partially because you can listen to music. Like YouTube offers.
The whole point is that you can put your phone back in your pocket without having to have the screen on.
Right, and it's like a variety. It's not, you could listen to podcasts, but you could also listen to music, but you could also listen to, pirated TV shows or whatever else.
Miracle.
Whatever is there, whereas Netflix doesn't give you that same option.
At least I watch it for free.
Yep.
I would be curious to see how many people pay for a streaming service like Hulu or Netflix versus how many pay for something like Spotify. I am not willing to pay for, again, to revert back to cable, like if we're trying to keep our costs effective, I will split a Netflix account with someone, but I will not have multiple. Like if I pay for one, I'd only pay for one of them.
Yeah.
But I also don't consume a lot of content that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that
I've definitely added on since we've started doing this because there's stuff I have to have. Like I didn't have HBO Max before. I got HBO Max, and it's now easily my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as stuff, they just added Fringe on there.
Isn't that the cheapest one too?
No. Hulu. I'm sorry, not Hulu. I believe I only have listed here like the ad supported. Or the
I'll
ads,
search it up, but
the
you
not
can't
ad support, like the ones where like
Yeah.
I don't count ad supported ones.
No, it's
that's
different.
That's stupid. Netflix, I believe Hulu is the cheapest. I believe Hulu's $12.99.
I think. Do you remember when
And
Netflix was
Disney
$7
Plus
a month?
Disney Plus is $7.99 a month.
Okay.
But a lot of when their stuff comes
and
out,
Disney Plus sometimes like I just moved, and so like my internet provider was like, we'll give you a year of Disney Plus for a year, whatever.
a lot of it comes with like T-Mobile, like phone companies provide a year. That was a big part of their package when Disney Plus
and then
launched.
you become hooked because there's something you have to
Yep.
watch. So my theory is also if they raise prices high enough, the way that Netflix got you to drop cable,
Yeah.
they want you to start dropping other streaming services.
Yeah.
Like if my brother decided he was going to like work out more, and so he dropped his Hulu and his Netflix account because that basically equaled his gym membership.
Yeah.
This was sad for me as I used both of them because I am
You're
not
like,
only
"Come on,
I'm not
man."
only his younger sister, I'm his permanent parasite.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I didn't then enroll in Netflix, right? Whereas
Yeah.
like if you know that you use HBO, Netflix, I don't know Disney Plus and Hulu,
Dude, and there's so
you
many
might
more.
decide that Hulu and Disney Plus can go, but you'll keep Netflix. It's slightly higher, but then you really love HBO Max.
Yeah.
Like I keep Netflix for a baseline of like 3 shows, so that as long as they're there, I will keep them. Meaning like the first 13 seasons of NCIS, Longmire.
Well, also you can keep Netflix if you have a VPN. If only we had a sponsorship. If you use a VPN, you can use it pretty much for everything.
You
And
can
you
get-
cancel the rest.
I don't know if do you think the VPN works for the other ones as well? Do you think there's unlockable?
No,
there's
so
gotta be.
Charlie tested out the theory, so he can't use. So when he was in Peru, he used the VPN on HBO Max. It doesn't work.
Okay, yeah, well, because they don't have it supported in all other countries. Because the ones that have launched here in the last like year and a half, like Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, like HBO Max and Disney Plus,
Yeah.
aren't available in every country.
Nope.
So,
So basically, it depends which service you use, but Netflix most definitely supports all the all the VPN. So it's basically in every country.
Yep.
So if you do want to watch NCIS, the full series,
well, no,
you
they
can
have
use a
the other
VPN.
seasons. I just
Look,
only care about the first
Or
10.
you could be like me, and since I don't like giving money away to any company and I don't love the internet all the time, I only watch a certain number of shows. There are only like 5 shows I'll watch on repeat all the time. This is
Yeah.
why
well, that's the same for me.
So
like,
when Netflix got rid of Gilmore Girls, which is my favorite series of all time, I'm just gonna buy the box set of every season and keep a DVD player around.
and that's what you should be doing. You should be buying physical media because they are changing things. Like there's changes made to Back to the Future on Disney Plus.
Really?
Oh yeah, they edited out the porno mag. But they make little changes that you wouldn't think are significant,
But they indicate
are.
cultural changes.
They
Yeah.
change your perception of that product, right? So buying physical media is the way to go with movies. For me, I hate having to change a disc every 4 episodes. So what you do is you buy it, and then you download the episodes onto like an external drive and put them in a VLC media player. So that way they
we
can
don't
play through.
advise this.
No, I'm saying
What if
rip
I
it from the disc.
instead? What if I
Okay.
instead go to a flea market, get one of those old DVD players that you can load like 12 DVDs in at once, and then I get
Wait,
them to play
those exist?
continuously.
I thought that was only
Isn't that
CD
a thing?
players. I
Oh,
think
is it only
I think
CD?
that was CD players.
Again, I'm not great with technology, but I'm
So-
just saying there are ways around this.
Also, to answer our question earlier, which one's the cheapest streaming service? It's Peacock TV, coming at $4.99 per month.
Oh
And
man,
that has The Office, so
And number 2 is Hulu.
it's $7.99, but that's with
$6.99.
But that's with ads. Without ads, it's $12.99.
Yeah.
Hulu's worth keeping around if you watch Sons of Anarchy or any of I believe Breaking Bad is still on there.
It's still on there. Also, both Deadpool movies are on there. If you like The Simpsons and like the new seasons, Only the new seasons are on there.
See, the problem is all this stuff is spread out over all of these. It used to be Netflix had a majority rule on all this stuff because it was all sold in.
Yeah.
Now you're literally just going to pay for cable again by having it all connected to the same
and
thing.
So much stuff is subscription based right now. I mean, I just gave a rant. I'm unlikely to pay for a TV or a movie stream service, but I am weighing up whether or not to pay for Audible because I love audiobooks. I have a long commute.
She's so much more cultured
No,
than us.
it's not. I mean, like, I can't watch a movie while I'm driving, but I can listen to a book while I'm running and I'm driving and I'm doing other things. But I am annoyed that I pay for Amazon Prime and it's not included. Like, why would it not be the same thing?
Strangled them.
Unless it is.
Are they
and I'm
owned
just,
by Amazon Prime?
Audible
Did Audible
is.
get bought? Okay. I used to use Audible a lot. I haven't.
Well, I want a
quite some time.
competitor to be like, look, I'll pay for less or I'll be free.
There was when Annie Jacobson released.
If anyone knows of one, I'd really appreciate it.
Yep. So there's also you could sail the high seas, but we do not promote that here.
That's
No,
honestly
we do
too
not.
high tech for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's too
It's
much.
okay. I'll help you later.
no, she will
No.
not help you. We do not.
I
we
just
do
want to
not-
listen to audiobooks because I'm a grandma.
There-
Okay.
Let me live my life.
So
Do you want to go knitting later? I'm trying to.
I can't knit, but I can embroider.
Oh, I can teach you knitting.
I'll teach you to embroider if you want.
Oh, I kind of know how, but I
Oh,
would
okay.
love to learn
No,
again.
it's fine. Yeah,
So-
I love it. Handicraft trades, and then we can sit in front of a DVD player and be like, the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just be our own Gilmore Girls.
I'd love that.
A quote from Gina and Jeannie and Georgia. Basically, they were like, "We're like the Gilmore Girls, but bigger tits."
Thank you for that.
Sorry.
I wish we could do a whole Gilmore Girls episode podcast. Gilmore Girls is such a canon show. It's so fascinating. It's also based on like where I grew up, so I'm sentimentally attached to it.
Yeah, but you know what Brett's attached to?
No, before we go to that, I don't say it does seem like with most of these services, where Seinfeld goes and where The Office goes, so goes the public.
Yeah.
They're basically all just vying to get background shows you can watch in the background, meaning The Office, Simpsons, The Office, Simpsons, Seinfeld, all shows that are like were extremely culturally relevant at one point.
How I Met Your Mother. People listen to that in the background.
Yep.
Big Bang Theory. Also, Netflix is only making money still because Cocomelon and the Bee Movie. There's only one person who watches the Bee Movie constantly, and he's like a 4-year-old. And they interviewed his whole family. He watches it like hours on end. And that's why Netflix still keeps it there, just for him.
That's not real. That's a marketing thing.
It's a marketing thing, but he is like the #1 viewer of that movie.
It's it wasn't there was just like a Neon and Geeky video yesterday about Baby Shark, talking about the prevalence of like children's television how like all the marketing is going to like 3 and under now, and they're like, we don't have to deal with shippers.
You just gotta, and you have to get them like hooked.
Yep.
They'll be the most loyal audience you've ever had. Are you guys excited for Netflix to one day launch a dating app where it's like, you've watched these shows? Maybe you should
No,
talk
they
to
try
this guy.
to do that.
No, none for me. Don't give your information away.
Well, they try to do that. I think Netflix. Oh, it was called Love at First Sight. Their first dating show.
No, I mean,
She means like an actual
if
dating
Netflix
app.
looked at your data and was like, you've watched this movie
Well, that's
100
what
times.
Spotify
This
tried
guy
to-
lives in your area and has also seen it. Maybe you should hang out and
Well,
watch the show.
Spotify tried to do the same thing where they try to get your DNA to see what music you liked. That was like a big
No.
thing for a bit.
None for me.
No
Absolutely
thanks.
not.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I've seen what I needed to see. No.
I'd like off now. I'd like to get off here, please.
Me over here with my DVD player.
No, you have like a VH tape.
I have a VHS player.
Oh, really?
I got it from a flea market and I love it. It's a DVD VHS combo. Highly recommend. Hang out with me when the apocalypse
Damn,
happens.
Andy.
I have a couple of VHS players at home in Minnesota. Just kept for all my old VHS skating videos.
I have so much respect for you.
Heck yeah.
Andy still has his, and I never touched it because all his tapes are just skating tapes.
Well, yeah.
Skater boy prophet.
People
Exactly.
from our age, when we grew up, we did not have.
Back in our day.
People will never
Exactly.
understand the struggle of like kids today go out and can film skating on their phone, right? They don't
Yeah.
understand the work that went into actually getting yourself filmed skating when we were growing up. You had to first of all, you had to have a friend that was rich because he had to have a camera.
Or who stole one.
Or I don't know if that
We
ever
don't-
happened.
We don't condone that.
But then you had to get that person to come out to the skate session. You had to film the trick. If you couldn't get it done in the amount of tries before the battery died or the tape ran out, you had to rewind. And they don't know how easy they got it these days. Uphill
Kids these days.
uphill to school both ways. Exactly. So
I'm just out of this loop.
Yep. Well, it's because you're
Because you're who
your
he's talking
kids.
about.
Your kids. You're the person we're talking
I'm like
about.
right in
this.
the like in between. I kind of know what he means, but I can translate to your
Yes.
generation.
Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.